Annyeonghaseyo, this is meowmurai. Let's continue our game of the First Descendant running on PC. I know for the folks on SWAP, this seems a little early for me to be coming on, but here on this side of the world, we have a thing called daylight savings time where we just arbitrarily add an hour to the day. So it is later than you think, but for folks in Korea, it's the exact same time because there is no daylight savings time over there. So it's like, what, a little past 1 in the afternoon?
인류는 너무나 나약해. 그래서 우리가 꼭 필요하지.
What are we missing here? Neural circuits? Ah, that's right, we can get them from the void vessel. Oh, I don't think I've ever had her wear this costume. Yeah, a little flashy, but it's okay. I haven't really got to wear this costume that much. Mainly because it's pretty conservative, and I know how people are. But since it's so early, you know, I don't think I'm going to catch the audience that only wants to see the skins a little later.
보이드빗을 탐사 작전을 개시합니다.
And nothing. Oh, we need the Voltia, don't we? Just in case somebody else doesn't have it. Gather these. Help with our new fellow. Coming soon.
장전하는
should have given me enough, I think. I think I only need one run.
인류는 너무나 나약해. 그래서 우리가 꼭 필요하지.
Halfway there.
평범한 것 취급 안 해.
Then I'm at 4. Let's see if people are still playing this. Hard to say, you know. Oh. You're gunning for me. Gunning for me. Oops. Get out of here. Took a while to unleash the grappling. I don't know why. in there. I just don't have enough life to save them. That's not the kind of character build I have. I mean, I can take it. I can take a hit, but I can't tank his lasers. That's quite a bit to ask. Quite a bit to ask. I was in this room earlier with 2 Eugens and 2 Lunas, and I was the only damage dealer. That was a pretty harrowing fight. I didn't even think there were 2 Lunas and 2 Eugens that were playing this, much less being in the room with... I'm sorry, what? I think it was 2 Eugens and 1 Luna, and then me. I was like, boy, are we going to survive? And, yeah, we did. It took a while, but we did survive. Like I said, it does go to show, it does go to prove how Eugen and Luna are pretty vital. I'm not really sure what would have happened if it was just 2 Eugens without the Luna. So I don't know if I would have done enough damage over time. Oh, hey, Blue. Yeah, I saw you were playing Glay earlier. In fact, we played together for just a bit. Yeah. Thought for sure you were going to be still playing Valby. But I guess, you know, Glay is just too useful for this fight. Yeah, we were only in one game, I think. I thought for sure we were going to have more games together. God, I was playing with this person. I forget his name was something 7, and he had like one of the strongest Glay setups I'd seen. I think he took the module that gives you some buffs when you switch weapons, and I think there was another module that buffed him for rolling. And like every game I was with him in, well, besides one, like he just completely dominated the boss. It's like, I don't know what setup it was, but it was really good. And it was just like an odd combination of stuff. for survive. I just killed those things to gain health, if you're wondering. Gain health and then get the health spheres if they drop on you. Because, yeah, there's not always a Eugen in your party, unfortunately. Hold on a minute. should do is I should finish building out my Sigforce proof. But that means getting weapon experience, which is much slower than other kinds of experience. Oh, me and 2 Lunas. I'm assuming these are DPS Lunas. Yeah, that's what it looks like. DPS Luna can completely wipe the floor in a 400%. It's actually hard for me to keep up with them. Oh, there are DPS Lunas. Okay. Well, what's gonna happen now then? Oh, we've got a VS in here too. Okay, I'll try to be more polite then. Won't whip this thing out every single time. This big ass arena though, it's almost too much for just single target Descendants. I haven't changed this to the rapid fire setup either. I've been meaning to do that. Just because it looks a hell of a lot cooler than this. The setup that I have. I can't believe they're both buff Lunas. I thought at least one of them for sure would be a DPS Luna. I said DPS Luna does really well on the 400%. This weapon is so annoying. That's why I hate using it. But sometimes you need to. Okay. Oh, I mean, you can see I turned my effects off too, but not everybody knows about the effects being turned off. So, if you have people who are playing on the consoles and maybe they don't look at those options that much, then you just kind of hopefully they use their ESIV a lot so that they can see through all the smoke. Oh yeah, it's time to use this. Too much stuff here. Oh, but there's a Freyna here. I shouldn't need this that much. Usually if there's a Freyna or a Inez, then I just don't even bother bringing the launcher out. Those two can usually cover all the ground. Just stick with the mini Gatling gun here. Just because this thing is a heck of a lot more fun to shoot than the launcher. I'll test out the executor if I feel like I want some variety. I think I built it all the way out, if I remember right. Although the Executor, I don't think you get the speed bonus like you do when you're using the last dagger. You know, it doesn't do anywhere near as much damage, but it is fun to use. Whoops. Actually, let's see. Do I have it on me? Yeah, the smithereens, but I did nothing with the smithereens. About to say, as soon as I go into the menu to organize my inventory, that's usually when the match happens. Right when I think, oh, you know what? Let me check my inventory. Okay, let's have some fun with this one. Been a long time since we've even used this. Oop, Vibe City. Okay, there's teaminess, as I was like, oh, why is it so laggy? Kind of explains it. That's so laggy. Yeah, totally impractical for what we're doing. Oh, he's the unbuilt one. I think technically people like the Smithereens more. I think the Smithereens does more crit. And the Executor does more raw damage. So, kind of depends on what you want. I think most people run the Smithereens. But, you know. Clay is not really a crit character. She just has infinite ammo. But that's just for now, right? I mean, somebody may find some sort of weird, overpowered setup for the Executive. It might be the better one. Nope. Still missing. Oh, never mind. And I don't know, I mean, if you've already built everything else up, I mean, why not build one of them? You never know when one might come in handy. Right, that Excava was pretty sucky when, you know, before the core system came around, and now the Excava is pretty good. Save resources for the new guns. I mean, that's a good plan too. Hard to say which one's. I mean, the hand cannon one that shoots the discs, that looks really cool. Although now I have to make a reactor that uses hand cannons. I don't think I have a single one. I mean, I usually just recycle those. I'm like, when am I ever going to use a hand cannon? There is a new assault rifle, so maybe we'll actually use an assault rifle for once. Oh, I hear you. I'm kind of saving some stuff away, but my storage is full. You know, my person is full. So, I'm like, I have no other... I really don't have any other room for anything. You know, on the odd chance that I might make a reactor someday with a weapon which I wouldn't normally use. You know, basically the assault rifles and the hand cannons. It's like, am I... Is there anything that uses this? Not right now, there isn't, you know. Because again, even though the RNG is kind of bad in the game, you know, I mean, I still have tons of, you know, double gold reactors that have good stats. You know. I just, you know, don't have the ones that I need at the time that I need them. Which is the, you know, story of my life. Like I have a charger for a Black & Decker cordless drill, and I put that charger unit away somewhere, thinking I wasn't going to be needing the drill for a while. Lo and behold, I need the drill, and now I have no recollection of where I put that charger. It's like, of course. I'm sure I put it, you know, someplace logical that made sense to me at the time. But that was me from who knows long ago, months ago. Now I've got like a... Now, now I gotta think to myself, do I just go and buy another charger? Only to find the charger that I put away however months back? Then do I go through the trouble of like returning the charger? Or do I just have two chargers, which I'll lose again at some point in time? How are we doing on this thing? These things race slow. 30 out of 40. I should just bring in NES for all this stuff. I don't know. I just played so much in NES, you know. I mean, I love her character. I mean, look what she can do. She just wrecks a place, you know. He knows before the nerf. You know, I mean, I'm really curious to see what the nerf is going to be, because I don't think you could completely nerf her unless you just take away her abilities. You know what I mean? We use our unique weapon for once. That turned out to be a bust. It's like, no, you never use this thing, even though this was supposed to be your ultimate weapon. It really is not great. Like, it's not bad, but it's not great. Yeah. Okay. I'm sending a bunch of stuff that I've lost and found, so must mean I'm full of all this stuff. Hungry Sonic, what's it give you? MP heal modifier, 1 stack of F-Lux, MP plus 6. Might be okay for Serena. processors have just the weirdest combinations. Usually things that suck. I don't know why they made the processor so sucky. Yeah, it's always like, it's almost like the stuff that, it's just like dumb stuff. It's like, you know, SF duration. It's like, I don't even hit the SF button ever anymore. I mean, unless I'm using Enzo and looking for, you know, the codebreaker stuff. I think that's the only time I ever even hit that button. Why is that even in there? Like, is anybody using that? Well, I'll say, where's all the Beth? There's 2 ENS's here. They should be dying left and right. I should be pointed and I can't get a shot in edgewise. You know? And then I'll complain even harder when they nerf Inez. And now she's not getting rid of stuff as fast. Because that is the cycle of every video game. They should nerf whatever character. Wait, why did they nerf that character? Weird. That's like every time they patch, you know, Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. It's like, I can't believe they... I can't believe they nerfed, you know, whoever. I can't believe they nerfed Ken. I'm like, well, Ken was in 80% of the matches. God, they buffed Lily, but she still sucks. Like, okay. I mean, it's true, but still, you know, only so much they can do. It's like, nobody uses Guile. He sucks. And they buff Guile. It's like, damn, why did they buff Guile? It's like, because nobody was using him. Yeah, that's true. It is only for tournaments. Because, you know, the common person, you know, if there was like a Zangief exploit, nobody would complain about it. Like, what? Zangief's awesome. I mean, everybody would just play Zangief. Just like everybody was playing Ken, you know, for a long time in Street Fighter. I mean, he's still like in 70% of the matches.
죽여주지.
I will say that's the strength on the Mortal Kombat side, is that there's not really, I mean, it kind of ebbs and flows, but at this point in time, there's not really like a single character that kind of dominates the game. They've gone through and they buffed and nerfed this so much that it's like, yeah, I don't even know what I'm playing anymore. Even when they buff the heck out of Havoc, I still don't see like a ton of Havoc players. He's just got such a weird moveset. And then I can't remember, I think they buffed like Ryu the last time in Street Fighter, and you know, nobody plays him still. Still not as good as Ken. It's like, anybody playing Lily? No? I forget the name of the guy that's the drunk Jamie. Yeah, anybody playing Jamie? No. Can't win tournaments with Jamie. Oh yeah, that's kind of true. But at the same time, I am never ever going to play in a tournament. Ever. I can't remember who I like from Street Fighter 6. There's the one that looks like Lady Gaga. It's not Marissa. But again, you know, she like doesn't win tournaments. She just annoys the heck out of Ken players, which is, you know, 80% of my competition in Street Fighter. So that's why I play her. New Virtua Fighter. I imagine it'll be good. Yeah. I mean, if you look at the changes they made to Virtua Fighter 5, you know, the most recent changes, it seems like, at the very least, they know what they're doing, you know, as far as balancing the characters. The only thing I want them to get rid of, for sure, is the gravity for the heavy characters and light characters. It's kind of the thing that makes that game unbalanced. I mean, if you just happen to like a light character, then you're at a pretty severe disadvantage. I mean, I stopped playing Sarah just for that reason, and ended up playing Jeffrey. Just because he's so damn heavy. You want to try to juggle him, you gotta work for it. Oh, you like the gravity? Well, like I said, it just hurts characters like, you know, Eileen and Sarah. And granted, you know, Sarah has a bunch of tools, obviously, that can counteract that. I mean, she's a pretty strong character in her own right. But, I mean, it really depends on what stages they have. Like, some stages, I mean, she absolutely sucks on, whereas the heavy characters are really, really good. Like, every time I gotta fight somebody on that taco stage, I'm just like, ugh, I should be playing Jeffrey. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to Virtua Fighter. Like, as far as like a fighting game and its systems, it's like kind of number 2 on my list, outside of the SNK games, you know, the King of Fighters and Fatal Fury. That's always gonna always be my number 1. But number 2 is definitely Virtua Fighter. Mortal Kombat I really like. I know a lot of people poo-poo on that game, but I like what they did with the cameos. Makes all the characters have a lot of variety, and they play so different now. You really got to think about stuff. Execution's kind of funky. Like, it's kind of made for tournament players and not for the casual audience. I think that's the bad thing about those cameos. Yeah. I mean, when City of the Wolves, we'll play a lot of that on this channel. I can't wait for that game. I mean, I'm hoping Joe's in there. He's my favorite character. But I get it. Some characters gotta stay on the bench. No, what I really wouldn't mind is Art of Fighting, if they could squeeze out another one of those. That was some of the most fun I had in the arcade. It was Art of Fighting 2 and 3. Art of Fighting 1, maybe not so much. It was pretty rough. But Art of Fighting 2, Art of Fighting 3, love those games. That's a series where every character is cool. All the bad guys are cool. All the good guys are cool. All the movesets look cool. Oh yeah. Yeah, I didn't play the beta of City of the Wolves. I was like, you know, I'll just wait for the main game to come out. The beta is always drastically changed from the regular release. Like the beta of Mortal Kombat 1, I mean, Sub-Zero was just stomping everyone. And now you play the regular retail game of it, expecting to do all that 50% damage, and it's like, nope, that will never happen. I don't care how much you like that character. They are never going to give him a 50% combo without nerfing it later. Yeah, I heard the online sucks. Well, I heard the online is basically like King of the Fighters 15. So, you know, I think there's an expectation that it should be at least as good as Street Fighter 6. Which I admit, I mean, that's pretty good online. I never really had a problem with Street Fighter 6. I mean, obviously people had some troublesome connections, and I excluded anybody that was on Wi-Fi. So maybe I would have a problem if I didn't tell people with Wi-Fi to, you know, go pound sand. It's like, I'm sorry, man. It's the same thing if you want to play, you know, Call of Duty or Battlefield and you have Wi-Fi. It's like, of course I'm going to exclude you. It's like I'm not playing a horror game. I don't want my characters to teleport left and right. Honestly, I'm surprised it doesn't happen a lot more in this game, considering how many people are on Wi-Fi that play this. I mean, all the times we see the lag is just the engine not being able to calculate all the damage. It's not really like lag per se. Oh, I don't like SF6 either. I mean, but a lot of people are playing it, and I do occasionally hit it every once in a while. But, you know, I'd rather play King of the Fighters or Grand Blue or Mortal Kombat. I think, you know, I'm one of those people that thinks Street Fighter 6 was a miss. Just like Street Fighter 5 when that first came out. I mean, Street Fighter 5 became better later, but much, much later. I mean, it sucked ass for like 2 years in a row. The only thing that saved Street Fighter 5 was the DLC characters. Even then, I mean, like, they still have troubles making something better than Street Fighter 3. Like, they still struggle with that, you know? It's a shadow. You tried mine, Street Fighter 6? See, I don't know if I can trust Capcom with SNK characters. Like, I tried Terry with Street Fighter 6, and it wasn't even Terry. It's like, this is not Terry. Somebody cosplaying as Terry. He plays nothing like Terry. That's why I didn't even bother with mine. I'm just like, these guys don't know what they're doing. I'll watch them big boingies in City of the Wolves. Yeah. I can wait. This game's gonna have the big boingies anyway if I want my, you know, my big boingy quota. Like, I might actually play B Genet for once when City of the Wolves comes out. The moveset looks pretty good. All they need is geese. just somehow resurrect them from the dead like they've done a couple times already. Rugal can stay away. Yeah, you know, you and I might think that City of Wolves is better than Street Fighter 6, but in general, that fighting game community, like, they really have latched on to Street Fighter as a series, or just Capcom in general. And everything has to play like a Capcom game in order for it to be acceptable. Like, everybody bemoans balance. It's like, oh man, that game's too unbalanced, like Mortal Kombat being unbalanced, or Grand Blue being unbalanced, but then they have these like Marvel versus Capcom collections come out, and those guys lose their shit over it. It's like, I thought you guys liked balance. There is no such thing as balance in any of those Marvel Capcom games. They're completely the opposite. They're so broken. And yet that's the game that they want to play in tournaments now. They want to play Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I'm like, are you sure you want to play that? I thought you guys didn't like Smash Brothers. Well, the Smash community has their own problem. I mean, there's a reason why Nintendo doesn't want any tournaments. Like, those guys are a little troublesome. Yeah, that's true. I mean, SNK basically, they're the leaders in the fighting game genre. I mean, they're the ones who try new stuff, and then Capcom copies them. I mean, it wasn't that way before, right? But really, ever since what? Fatal Fury 3, I think Capcom's been copying them. Oh, yeah. It's true, Bayonetta. I think Bayonetta's a lot riskier than Mai. But, you know, Nintendo had a good relationship with Platinum, so it sort of made sense for them. I mean, in a way, that's how they're going to promote Bayonetta, in case any of the Smash players have never heard of the game. I mean, Mai is actually kind of a wholesome character. She's an absolute goofball as far as her personality is concerned. I mean, Bayonetta's personality is kind of troublesome. If you want to think of it in terms of, like, the family friendliness of it. And I love Bayonetta. You know, I hope they work something out with Bayonetta. And we get a good Bayonetta 4 on Twitch too. I mean, I know Camilla left Platinum, but you know, there's still some good people left at Platinum. I can make another Bayonetta. I don't know. I mean, I would consider Bayonetta the sexier character of the two. But, you know, again, it's Nintendo. I mean, they don't own the Bayonetta license, but they were the publishers, and he gets away with it because they were promoting their game. That may be personal preference, though. I'm sure there are a fair number of boys and girls out there that think Mai is sexy. It was funny when they did the direct, and they were like, well, you know, mine's not in there because we're all good boys and girls. So funny. I think they just didn't want to make Peach jealous, you know. Really, when it comes down to it. Can't have any competition for Daisy, you know. Who's left? Oh, okay. Honestly, they probably just couldn't figure out how her moves were going to work in Smash Brothers. I mean, I think it's probably something just as practical as that. Her moveset is pretty good, pretty universal. The Bleach game. Actually, you know what's surprising is I think I'm going to buy that Hunter x Hunter game. That looks like some absolute crazy sauce. I think all the Bleach games have been pretty good, as far as I know.
얻고 싶은 게 있다면 대가를 지불해야지.
What am I full of? Modules? Oh, yeah. Full of modules. You want a meowmurai?
반가워요. 모듈 때문에 오셨죠?
It's so funny that fighting games are back. Like, the genre was so dead for a long time. But, you know, that is largely because of Street Fighter 4, essentially. Then Street Fighter 5 built the momentum, and Street Fighter 6 seems like it's popular. Again, not as popular as Smash or Mortal Kombat. I mean, those are on sort of another level. I think it's one of those things fighting game fans, or the fighting game community, just tends to forget. It's like, oh, hey, Street Fighter, they sold, you know, 2 million or 3 million in the first month. And it's like, Mortal Kombat sold 2 million in pre-orders. The game isn't even out. So hey, Street Fighter, we're finally getting, you know, costume, you know, number 3 costumes. It's like Mortal Kombat has had 70 costumes. You like MK9 the most? I do like MK1. I like it quite a bit. I'm more of an MKX person. But that's just because it's like a broken game. I like broken fighting games. I don't like them when they're too balanced, you know? Too balanced, they're kind of boring. I mean, shoot, I was playing that new Killer Instinct for a long time because, like, every character is broken. Except for Glacius. He sucks. Oh yeah, MK1 is definitely silly. But they made a number from improvements to Sindel, and I'm a fan. Yeah, it's I think it's funny how seriously people take the Mortal Kombat storyline. Even though it's like all of the craziest part of like Hong Kong and Chinese cinema. It's like all the crazy stuff from there. But it's like it's always presented in such a way that you know, you take it seriously for some reason. And that's the thing about Mortal Kombat 2. It's like the story means so much to everyone, whereas I don't even know the story of Street Fighter 5 and 6 and 4. As I don't even, I was like, what are they doing? I mean, there's a whole story mode in Street Fighter 6, and I couldn't even tell you what happened. Actually, it got to the point where I was so annoyed by the dumbass story scenes that I just started skipping everything. I was like, this is stupid. Nothing makes sense. But I understand that mode has its fans. I just don't know, like, what kind of stories somebody likes if they think, like, the Street Fighter 6 story mode is good. It's like, what kind of movies do you think are good? Well, I guess after Street Fighter 5 story, I mean, you know, you take what you can get, right? Honestly, I challenge most people to tell me what happened in the Street Fighter 6 story. I think they would have a very hard time recalling exactly what was going on in that story. Damn it. How annoying that his rocket or his grenade launcher is. I think the thing I don't like about the Street Fighter single player mode, the story mode too, is that it has the same kind of problems that a normal open world game has. Like, I can't even tell you how many times I'm just wandering around minding my own damn business, and then, you know, at level 30, or was it level 20? Well, I think no. Basically, I think I was like in like level 20, and level 6 enemies always want to pick a fight with me, and then I have to go through that stupid fight sequence over and over again. And the default for the fights, the story mode fights, was casual mode. So all the controls were all messed up, and it took me a while to figure out how to change it to classic mode. And by the time I finally figured that out, I was kind of done with the story mode. Behind you. It's like I don't have a gun that shoots behind me. Are these guys coming? Or okay. I was like, am I just gonna do this alone? I mean, I can. Whereas if you ask like a Mortal Kombat 1 person what the story is, like they will tell you like the history of Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Kind of the same thing with Grand Blue, but Grand Blue actually has like an entire universe behind it, you know, with like a bunch of games that establish all the lore. But if you ask me what the story is in like Under Night, I will have no idea. I have no idea why everybody's getting together to fight in Under Night at all. I just like the way it plays. And even when I look at the story summary for Under Night, I'm like, what? Huh? It's just the absolute craziest anime stuff. Yeah, Grand Blue is pretty amazing. However, that being said, I do wish the animation was as good as the RPG. Oh, you suck at it? Well, that's okay. I mean, it's not easy. I just wish they did the interpolation for the animation so that it didn't look like they are hand-drawn frames. I just wish the animation was smoother, but other than that, then it's really, really good. Boy, this is the one that's not the more popular one. Of the two 400%. Oh, I did the power in the wrong order. That's great. You don't want to do that. Oh, I forgot I didn't have the launcher with me. Okay, well this is not really the appropriate gun for this. That gun is for messing around. You can whip out your launcher if you want to, other way. They won't be offended. I just got to equip it, that's all. Okay, whoops. You know, I didn't think I would need this. I didn't think I'd be in a room with just one other person. No more playing around. Okay, good. We both broke it out. I was like, if you're holding back for my sake, please don't. This is hard with just the last dagger. leave something behind? Oh, we did leave something behind. I was like, where are all my enemies? They should be here. Ugh. Oh, what? Where are you? Oh, you're down there. Yeah, well, that glaive was like level 10, right? Like I said, these ultimate characters, they don't really get any good until like level 33 when you finally have enough HP. Other than that, like, yeah, a lot of stuff can just one-shot you. Ugh. I would like to have a normal throat someday. Oh, my full-on components. Oh, yeah, I definitely have not been paying attention. Yeah, DBNO duration. Yeah, that's what I want. Right. Yeah, I mean, that's what those 400% are meant for, is just to quickly raise your character. The 400% or the Kuiper Mine or the Albion Defense. in my case, you know, I'm trying to raise the level of my guns. And obviously, that's not going to happen if you're playing intercept battles. Yeah, it's kind of too bad because the intercept battles can be pretty hard, but then you don't really get anything. Well, now you get components, but outside of that, you really don't get much. I mean, you get components and materials, you know, which is worth, you know, it's worth it the time. But it would be nice if you also got other stuff besides that, yeah. What is this? Max HP 625 DB no duration. Why do I want that? Okay. What do I need here? I have barely even built this thing out. Weapon leveling is so slow. Character leveling is you know, pretty fast, but weapon leveling, man, it takes a while.
모듈 때문에 오셨죠? Yeah, and I don't want to have the Sigvari's Proof as my main gun. Just to get it to level up fast. I mean, it's an impractical weapon outside of bosses. It's only good for bosses. Yeah, I got these two call-out toys, but I do actually want this costume, even though it looks like something straight out of Warframe. You know me, my love for Warframe. The Warframe is okay to play, it's just I don't like the art. Yeah. I mean, it's not great looking. Actually, I think the Infernal Walker looks even worse with the weird egg-shaped helmet. I'm like, why? I was like, why do I want this? I don't want this. I do realize how like poor my build is compared to everyone else's. Just when I see people taking out parts with like 2 shots or whatever. I was like, but I want to survive, you know. I don't want to just do damage.
다음부터 조심해. 다음에 내가 도와줄게. 가서 본때를 보여줘.
I see all these players and they immediately go into half-life because they're using walk a tightrope. I'm just like, as soon as he hits you once, you're dead. And he will always pick on you if you do a giant chunk of damage. Give me your hand, you bastard.
날 막을 수 없어.
Honestly, all of the intercept bosses, all of their costumes look dumb. I think maybe Dead Bride's looks okay, but even then I wouldn't choose it as a costume that I would run around in. However, that being said, I still want to have them. Otherwise, I wouldn't even be building Sigvori's proof. Yeah, see, even Dead Bride is just okay, but even then, it's just like, I don't know if I'm. Like the Defiler and Infernal Walker, I mean, I would never wear those costumes. They just do not look good. Or, I mean, you have like so many better choices. I guess I shouldn't say that they look bad, because they don't. It's not that they look bad. It's just, in my choices between, slutty nun, schoolgirl, and Defiler, or bikini, I'm not gonna choose Defiler. feel like he loves picking on me. I'm sure everybody feels that way though. Oh yeah, for Dead Bride, yeah. Yeah, you have to buy that one. And you know, between buying Dead Bride and buying bikinis, well, that's not exactly a hard choice. Yeah. Actually, when we were playing together, it was aiming at you a lot. In fact, I was relatively safe in that fight, and I was like, huh, I wonder why he's not shooting at me. He generally targets somebody with like the lowest HP or the lowest defense, you know, basically the easy kill. Usually what he goes for. It's just, you know, why I'm always on the chopping block. You know? Or maybe it's truly random, you know, I'm not really sure how the logic works out. Or if there's even a logic there, who knows. Ah, damn it. Hulk smash. It's only one of us alive, and it's Inez. I have a feeling we're not going to make it. Yeah, when there's only one person left, that's tough to try to survive. Inez Plasma Ball, maybe. Right. Maybe Inez Plasma Ball could probably do it. I have seen more Plasma Ball users out there, so I think at some point in time I'm going to experiment with that and see if I can make a power Inez, just a tank Inez. Because, you know, you still have access to Lightning Ball and Snare, you just can't spam them. I think the only problem with the Plasma Ball was it doesn't tank enough of the poison. Like, it does tank some, but you're still in danger. Just not as in much danger as everybody else. Honestly, I kind of like it when he focuses on me, because then I can aim at his weak points reliably. If he's like following a flying bunny, I like have no idea how to. I can never aim and shoot for the weak points. It's like, bunny, stay still. I can't hit anything, bunny. Yeah, that plasma ball is made for her to tank, so or for it to be a tank character. So it's there's got to be a way to do it where it can be useful. Oh, okay, now we're all dead, and it's Inez again. Counting on you, Inez. Yeah, that's right. Always restore Eugen first. Always the priority. It only takes Eugen like a half a second to revive somebody. This jerk, he just immediately... I just spawned in and immediately goes after me. Try not to give the Eugen a hard time and prance around everywhere. Let's see, we're almost there. Almost there. Ah. Ah, darn it. It's so hard to survive. Start shooting the poison at you. He just keeps going for me too. Again, makes sense to go for me. And I'm doing a fair amount of damage to him. But thankfully there's another glay. Fake Irish? Is that his username? That's hilarious. Yeah, when it's two Inezes on this battle, then I kind of like, man. One Inez is kind of helpful, just to get rid of all the little crab walker things. I mean, for most people, I actually want those things to stay around because I shoot them for health, but if I wasn't, you know, if I didn't have that module on me, then I would want them gone.
say he's going to start shooting at us for trying to restore or revive people. Usually that's the case. Alright, he's still going after me. I was like, I don't think I can save you, man. The thing is, you know, I mean, if you're used to playing as, you know you can solo this boss. But as soon as you go into a group, it's really, really hard. It's only bad when I never see, well, actually, it's hard for them to build up snare. There's just not enough enemies for snare to be in play. Otherwise, snare would actually be kind of useful in this fight. It's just he doesn't make enough minions for you to get enough snare. Who's he shooting at? I just cannot target this thing. Oh, it's a flying bunny. Okay, that would make sense. Oh, really? Okay. I was like, you're going after me, huh? I was live for like a minute. Maybe less than a minute. Then it's like, bam, 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 bam. Dead. Poison clouds everywhere. Need health. Again, huh? Wow. Hide in here. Oh, nice. Got through the void erosion purge. It's a tough fight. Now you get to join the endless
end this fight through Void Purge 30. The endless treadmill of farming for cores. Yeah. It's nice when you finally get lucky enough to get with a group that can help you along with that. Because it is hard. I mean, Void Purge is really hard. Everybody was always asking for hard content, and they really did deliver. At least past level 25. Why am I always... God. I have 2 slivers of health. Oop, health. And dead. I was watching one of these streamers, and he was saying, like, you know, the most important character in the Void Purge is Lepic. I'm like, Lepic? Are you sure? I mean, it's not like he's bad to have, but I mean, I'm not even a Glay main. I'm pretty sure like Glay is the most important character to to have at this point in time. Probably Haley at number 2, and maybe Lepic at number 3. If I'm being, super generous. And Lepic's good. It's not like he's a bad character. But like the most important to have during the purge. Yeah, I'm not saying he doesn't help, but, like, if I'm in a room and I'm with 3 Lepics and I'm the only Glay, then I do kind of wonder. But if I'm in a room with 4 Glays, I know we're gonna get through it. Yeah, same thing if I had like 4 Haleys. 4 Lepics, I'm... maybe? Maybe. The problem is you can only have 1 Lepic, really. If you have more than 1 Lepic, then it sort of screws up the grenade. Yeah, Valby can do it too. You know what I was really surprised with is I was in one of these with a oh, why did I do that this soon? Oh well, I'm a moron. I was in one of these battles with a Jaber, and that Jaber was kicking ass. I mean, I would say that Jaber did like 80% of the damage. Granted, he's like a very limited use character. He's only good at like very, very specific battles, but he's good at this one. Or at least the guy that I was playing with, he's good at this one. I don't know if that's true of like all the Jaber players. trying to destroy those things strategically. Like, what's the point of destroying one of the armor pieces? You know, while he's dizzy. It's like you kind of just wasted an opportunity to make him dizzy again. Yeah, that's true. They are nerfing. They are nerfing the purge. I just wonder, like, how much of a nerf it's going to be, or if it's just going to be like they did already nerf the purge. Like they already nerfed 27 through 30, and I never really, like, I really can't tell the difference. Yeah, I mean, if his rage, if you hit his rage gauge, then then of course, you know, he won't become dizzy. But if you can get him before he hits rage, then he'll get dizzy. Yeah, but they also nerfed the last 4 levels recently, and like I said, I honestly can't tell the difference from before the nerf. But again, it is nice that they're going to nerf a little bit more, so that more people will play it. And they're going to leave 30 alone because it seems like people are just fine with how 30 plays. They just want people to get to 30, so they can farm 30. Such a bastard. Getting his health. Oh, I was at full health just a minute ago. Now I am barely alive. Yeah. The 3 missiles suck. Keep the Eugen alive. Top priority. Well, 30's fun, unless you're Inez. Then it's still not fun for you. You're still having an awful hard time if you're playing Inez in 30. At least if you're the kind of Inez player that just hits the, spams the plasma ball. Two Eugens, a Haley, and me. Oh, I played with Alex before. I do occasionally run into an Inez in 30. Like, it's not as often as it used to be, but they're in there every once in a while. To step in the poison. I love doing that, apparently. Even with 2 Eugens, it's hard to stay alive. this thing, then. This thing's annoying. Go away, thank you. Any other parts to destroy? No. Yeah, I killed him. As soon as they revived him, I killed him. Ah, damn it. Everywhere I go, there's poison. Ugh. People leave 30 when they see Inez. It's funny because Inez will be like the last person to leave. Like you could have everybody besides you and Inez will stay there till the end. Inez players, the absolutely most stubborn players. And like I said, I love Inez. I mean, 80% of the content, love Inez. If it wasn't for Haley, you know, she'd be the most attractive, in my opinion. And she has just an amazing toolkit, you know. Not picking on me for once. I'm so surprised. Oh, I think I killed myself. I didn't realize how low my health was. I didn't know it was a thing that they would allow you to do. Oh, I was just about to run. Boy, this daylight saving time is really screwing me up. Oh, sure. I know you're at work. You're a graveyard guy. So when I was working graveyard, I did enjoy myself. It's just I couldn't do it now. Now that I switched to mornings, I mean, it's awful hard to do
the entire all-nighter. Although I do have to do it occasionally, because, you know, I'm in IT and there's no such thing as away from the office. It's like there's no such thing as away from the office for an IT guy. And yet, we're the ones who always get cut first whenever somebody mismanages their funds. It's like, dude, it's not my fault you gave your CEOs $20 million in, you know, stock options. Keeping this place running. Like, maybe plan better. You won't run out of money for the guys who do work every day. I'd be like the CEO of of Shell, you know, closing down every single gas station to save money. It's like, yeah, you realize that the gas stations make the money, right? Usually what I hear is we'll have a hard time justifying our expenses. I was like, well, compared to like the financial advisor or human resources or well, you know, whatever department, which is also important. I don't want to say that those other departments aren't important, but it's hard to justify your cost. I'm like, well, transactions are happening in the middle of the night across the world in different time zones. Like, I don't know how that's not worth anything. It's like, how is the fact that business is still ongoing and that people can call and log in, you know, they can query for their, you know, whatever, their health records, their mental records, you know, like all that stuff that IT does that keeps the business running, you know, allows for profit to happen, and somehow it's you know, somehow that money is unjustifiable. Or you know, I've been a part of a number of projects to replace IT with you know, just other countries, other companies, and it's like everybody's always happy with worse service. Well, I mean, the customer is never happy with worse service, and the people working at the company are never happy with worse service or bad service. But it always seems to be okay with the guys who own the company. It's like, ah, boy, we're getting these terrible surveys from our customers. Ever since we got rid of all the people that they love. Yeah, well, I wonder why that is. I need to spend a couple $1 million to find out why they don't like us anymore. Guys in boardrooms scratching their heads. You know, meanwhile, somebody calls me at 3 in the morning. I stay on a conference call with, you know, everybody who's, you know, not paid to be on that conference call. Working to solve the problem till, you know, 10 the following morning. But, you know, can't justify my expense.
swear, as soon as I leave the country, I don't think I'm going to continue in IT anymore. I may do it for a year or two, but I gotta get out of this business. My friend's like, well, why don't you BA in business management? You can use that anywhere you go. You know, if you're going to go back to school and pick up a new skill. I'm like, then I'm going to join the people that I hated. That's not what I want to do. Yeah, you know, it's I think it's in the nature of an IT person to want to help too, to want to solve problems. It's just kind of this universal thing that is part of the field. I think it's the same thing with like healthcare, or it used to be the same thing with healthcare workers. It's like if somebody calls us, generally most of us will want to solve the problem, right? We're just like, oh man, I don't want it to go down, or I don't want my systems to screw up, because you know we kind of know that there's a chain reaction. If something is down for so long, then that generally leads to other things being down. It's like, unfortunately, we're all very dedicated to getting work done, and you know, kind of willing to bend over backwards. And again, not just IT. I mean, you know, dock workers are like that. You know, I said almost everybody, well, it used to be almost everybody in the medical field is like that. But it also means that, you know, businesses tend to take advantage of us too, because we just tend to be like that. We tend to be super dedicated, willing to sacrifice everything in order for things to run. Because I've done many a late night call or late night troubleshooting, you know, when I'm just like dead sick. You know, 110-degree fever. Because nobody else is around, you know. I wish that was an isolated thing. It's happened multiple times in my life. God, and now I'm in a field where it's like very few people are also in my field. So it's not like I can call somebody up, or I can train somebody to have like the same level of knowledge. So like I'm kind of stuck. So it's like it's nice having like a level of knowledge and having a level of responsibility and dependability, but also kind of sucks because nobody else does it. Or at least not yet. At some point in time, I think there'll be enough people who are specialized in my field and will train enough so that they can also participate, and I can finally hire a replacement. But I have a feeling it's going to be a couple years still. Yeah, you know, I think the worst thing is like I don't really hate it. Right? I love solving problems, but it does kind of suck at the same time. Of course, is there a job that's not like that? I don't know. Probably not.
certainly nothing I would be interested in. Ah, you and your damn hammer. Ah. And half a second into the fight. Good things there's a region here. Otherwise I'd already be dead. No, it's a flying bunny. Bunny, stay still. Actually, she shouldn't stay still. I mean, again, we'd probably be dead if she was staying still. Right in the poison. Thank you, sir. So the knee. Hopefully we can get him to stagger. Ah, what in the heck? Ah, I took every single one of those hits. Finally. Oh, wrong weapon. Kind of useless in this fight. He has little weak points in his jaw too. They're just really hard to hit though. So hard enough hitting his big ass shoulder. Go away. Speaking of daylight savings time, since I'm on the West Coast, I've heard that all 3 states on the West Coast agreed to get rid of daylight savings time, but they still haven't gotten together to pass the bill and make it permanent. It's like, get your asses in there. I don't want to deal with daylight savings time anymore. You know, why is this a 5-year process? Yeah, I know, every year. Well, we finally agreed that we're gonna do it. I was like, oh well, you know, we didn't have time to meet to pass that. It's like, it's a 20-minute session to vote on, and everybody already agrees. To make it easier for me, being in the IT field too, not to have to deal with the stupid DST. That's like a quarter of my problems. Oop, whoop. Bombs away. Yeah, my understanding was that Washington was kind of the holdout, but then Oregon and California. Well, no, I think it was the opposite. I think Washington and Oregon had passed the resolutions in the state, and then California, you know, it being with many more people having a little bit different politics, they were the ones that kind of dragging their feet. It was either Oregon or Washington, I can't remember, but or California, you know, basically all 3 states, but I think it passed all the state houses, and then it has to go to the Senate. Something like that. I don't know, it's been a while since I looked it up. Using Annihilation with Clay? I think I'm split. I think I have Hunter and Annihilation. I think, right? Oh no, I have HP support and Slayer. Just because I want more HP. And I happen to have, you know, 2 very good rolls for my HP support. And finding a Hunter set with good HP, I'm kind of thinking is sort of impossible at this point in time. With as many runs of as many runs of Hunter as I've done, and I've just gotten crap HP rolls. I was just like, screw it. I don't care what the bonus is at this point in time. I just want to live, you know. I want to tank a hit for once. I think the dagger mods, I have mine pretty standard. I mean, for the most part, I think most of us use the same mods for the dagger. Because we're trying for fire rate up and crit, basically. Okay. Wow, I didn't think I was close enough to get hit. They got it. Yeah, what do I got on this thing? Needs to go cooldown for your reactor. To be honest with you, I'm not sure how much it really helps. I mean, you know, technically it helps. But yeah, what am I running? I'm running the normal stuff, action, reaction, rifle reinforcement, fire rate up, weak point sight, have aiming, insight support, expand weapon charge, better insight, concentration, and then sharp precision shot. Although this one's a free slot. I mean, you can put anything in here. Like there's a bunch of stuff you could replace in here. Like what was it doing? Yeah, firing Fiesta. Doesn't mean anything for Glay, because you're not worried about reloads for Glay. But if you weren't playing Glay, then this would be good. And then I think this was my first build, which I don't like at all. Yeah, I think the damage is super low on this one, so I don't really run it. And then my reactor, I have duration up and skill cooldown. So that's supposed to be the ideal for her. Yeah, and I think I just recently put the Slayer set on here. What was that? I think I was running Annihilation before. I thought about putting Supernova on there for my second piece, but the Supernova memory and processor suck. Yeah, and I thought... Yeah, like I could always try it with critical damage and skill cooldown. Like this is usually like the ideal. But I think technically this is what she's supposed to... I don't know. Let's see if it even makes a difference. We'll swap it out and just try it for funsies. Like sometimes the math comes out a little funky. Because then I'm like, well, technically, I can do more damage. But then I look at my damage on screen, and it's like, oh, I do 100 more damage per shot. But then I sacrifice 6,000 health. I'm like, I don't really think that's a good trade-off. You know, the math says that's a good trade-off, but then I'm dying all the time, which is not. I'm not a super fan of that. Yeah, it's their anti-cheat measure, right? So they're trying to limit the number of bullets that get calculated, so that cheaters don't go in there and put, 4,000 rounds per second. Oh, sorry. I'm talking to chat on YouTube. I keep forgetting there's chat on Twitch as well. Yeah. I stream on. Well, actually, I stream on SOAP as well. So SOAP, Twitch, and YouTube, all at the same time. I used to stream on Facebook Gaming, but then they locked my account for, I think it was like 4,500 days or something like that. And it was their fault. They locked my account because because I changed my my username, and then they thought I was impersonating my old user. That's Facebook Gaming. It's like all my information was the same. Like my email's the same, my numbers were the same, my identification, my two-factor, everything was the same. I just changed my username, and then they thought I was impersonating myself. Because, like I said, Facebook Gaming.
Yeah, sorry, my Twitch audience is very small. Well, I mean, just compared to YouTube and so-op. I get enough views on there, but not enough for Twitch to monetize me. And I don't, like, try to encourage people to do all the things that Twitch wants me to do. You know, basically beg people to chat and link and subscribe and all that other stupid stuff. I figured if you want to do that, you're just going to do that. I don't need to beg you for that. And nor do I want to. I tend to get an older audience anyway, and you know, the kinds of things that Twitch wants you to do is they want you to attract younger audiences, because that's where the money is. Well, quote unquote where the money is, right? I don't think there's any real proof that people are spending that much money who are in that audience that they're chasing. But yeah, I mean, YouTube wants me to beg for people to hit the like and subscribe and all that other junk too, but it's not a precursor to getting monetized. Whereas Twitch, it's like you must have 5 people in your lobby chatting at so many words per minute. It's something incredibly dumb. It's like, well, my people watch VODs. They don't watch me live. You know, I don't beg them to come on and be with me live. You know. Generally, people who watch my videos are busy people. They're usually older, busy people. It's like I'm not going to ask them to, you know, put me on when they're watching their kids. I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth, you know. I don't want you doing that. And I set all my channels to be, you know, 18 plus, which means there's less money, right? So it's one of the things that one of the things about the most successful YouTubers or streamers is that they label their content as a family friendly. Even though they may not be family friendly, because that's where the big payout is. If you don't label your content to be family friendly, if you make people check that box to say that they're 18 or older, there's less advertisers that want you. And so less money in it for, you know, YouTube or Twitch or whoever. You know, so basically what they love is they love people that make content like Mr. Beast, or, you know, kids that open presents, right? And, you know, that's what they love. Content like mine is a little harder for people to love because I tend to play games that are for older audiences. Oh my god! And I tend to talk about things which older audiences would more relate to. Well, I don't even play it. Like, even when I'm playing something that is family friendly, I still tag it as 18 plus. I mean, if I'm playing, the you know, Super Mario Brothership, you know, it's a very family friendly game. There's nothing offensive in that game at all. But I still tag it as 18 plus. Just because I know I may say something inappropriate, even though I try not to. I very much try to limit the swearing that I have. And anything that has, like, a, you know, overtly adult language. and subject matter. But yeah, I can't help myself. I'm an old guy, you know. I'm gonna say something that is gonna be that only old people can understand or reference. And I'm not talking about, you know, whether I have like a vinyl record player or not. And the answer is no, I do not have one. That is something that young people, or people younger than me, all of a sudden like. Even though I lived through that era of vinyl, and I was happy when CDs came out. I lived through the era of CDs, and I was happy when streaming came out. And then streaming came out and started removing collections, removing all my music from streaming services because they couldn't or wouldn't pay for their licenses. And now I'm back to buying CDs again. Everything's come full circle for us old people. Just like I love the idea of streaming movies until they start taking away all the movies that I liked from all my streaming services. Now I'm buying Blu-rays. I hate the fact that I have to have shelf space just for Blu-rays, but you know, I want to watch these movies, you know, forever. Oh, whoops. A little too much life. Give me life, guys. You know, I'm also kind of a quality stickler as well, since I buy all this expensive equipment. Like my TV, well, my projector at this point in time is, you know, I can have a 4K HDR surround sound. I mean, I sort of want that as well for my movie experience. And, you know, the other method, the more free method to watch movies is, usually does not have all that. So there is a caveat. Yeah, yes, I could find ways to watch things for free, but then I wouldn't get the quality. And I paid a lot of money for my stereo and my TV, and damn it, I'm going to use it. Yeah, even on some old movies like God, what was it? Like Little Shop of Horrors for a long time wasn't available on Netflix. You know, it's one of the few musicals I actually like. And then it wasn't available on Netflix, but it was available on Amazon. And then it wasn't available on Amazon, but it was available on one of the other services. I can't remember. I was like, damn it, I just... you know, I don't want to watch it all the time, you know, but I do want to watch it occasionally, and I don't want to have to, you know, hunt and peck for the services to watch it on. You can't tell me that it costs a lot of money to license that. Or I also watch a lot of Korean and Chinese movies, which no guarantee I'm even going to get some of the movies on, at least on American streaming services. And even Korean Netflix sometimes doesn't have something which I could just buy on a Blu-ray. Super weird how it all works. So yeah, like I said, I have a bunch of asterisks
in my desire to buy Blu-rays now. Who are you playing as, Inez? I don't know. I guess we did make it out together. Actually, I think I played with this player for a couple times. I mean, I hear about people even older than me complaining that some things that were on VHS are still not on streaming or Blu-ray, you know. I don't have any movies that are that old that I would want to see again, you know. But, you know, could be a thing. Yeah, I mean, that Inez was good. She stayed alive. She was doing damage. Alright, last game. I have to work early in the morning. Now that I'm technically... Well, I'm technically still sick. But I can work, so... I'm gone for like 4 days. I don't even want to think about my inbox. How many meetings I have to attend. How much crap I have to catch up with. For being part of that, you know, unimportant IT group. Oh, okay, alright, we're doing that, huh? Nice, dude. Need some little bastards to shoot. Get some health back. They're all the little crabs. Can't even activate my infinite ammo. I have like 4 hit points. Ah. No, climbing animation. Nope. Nope. Oh, where are all his little minions? I need them. Oh, okay, there they are. Give me some health. Not enough. He's dead anyway, okay. I don't really feel like I contributed a lot to that fight. Other than being a target. Yeah, and wearing a bikini. Maybe that's worth it then. Oh, you play this game long enough, you don't even notice all the cheesecake. Like, it's not a thing that matters. We got 87. Oh yeah, on the road. We got till what, Wednesday? I got until Wednesday to get 300. And Thursday new content drops, and we're gonna forget all about this content at all. And it'll just jiggle physics, yeah. I don't know. I think we might notice it for like the first day, and then it would just be out of your mind after that. Especially, if you spend all your time zoomed in, looking, using aiming down the sights. I was like, well, now you can't see the jiggle at all. Okay, well, we stop it there. This is meowmurai. You've been watching First Descendant running on PC, and yeah, we're still playing the First Descendant. It's still fun. I know that's not the popular opinion, but damned if I'm not having a good time. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.